Hi, Soul Family. Okay, it's like 1:20, and I am on a work line, so if I get bumped, I apologize, but I've been up all night crying and praying and doing Reiki. I know it's terrible. I'm a spiritual person and I should know better, but my little girl is having a 4.5-hour surgery right now, and I gotta tell you, you know, just teaches me more compassion for other people who are going through difficult times. And, you know, I sit here and say, you know, positive thoughts, positive affirmations. And it was definitely time for me to practice what I preached, because I've been through really, really gnarly surgeries myself, like really scary surgeries. And I've had no fear, like none. You know, went in and never felt anything, but ooh, it felt good going down under the gas, you know. But when it comes to some man standing there with a scalpel in his hand, ready to cut into my daughter, all of that confidence goes out the window. I'm not in control, right? And she was scared. She was really scared. So I put the post out, and I didn't want her to know that I was scared. And my poor son-in-law is sitting there outside waiting. He's just biting his nails, you know. And he checked a little while ago and said she's doing okay. And, you know, they said it's going fine. And I mean, they do it all, you know, every day. That's what they do for a profession, you know. So we got to trust them, but still. I don't trust anyone except for spirits. So it's like, you know, hey, they told me, don't worry, it's going to be okay. I did a reading and I sent it to her last night. And so I'm trusting in that. So just want to say thank you to everyone, because I've got like literally over 100 people praying and sending beautiful comments on my post. And that's so much appreciated. Thank God for Soul Family, right? Especially all the healers, the Reiki healers, because she's going to definitely need that. The Reiki healing energy to help her body handle all of this and recover. So that being said, thank you. At this moment, I am charging my phone. I've been talking to my son-in-law, so I don't have a lot of battery, but I'm going to put you guys down. I'm going to put you this way so that you can look outside. And I noticed during the reading yesterday that I had you guys like in the perfect position, and then I moved the phone. Dang, I don't know where it's better. Probably there. I moved the phone and it wasn't as good, and I'm like, God, Sherry, just leave it where it's at. So while I get ready for today's reading, you can choose your fire signs, your earth signs, your water signs, your whatever signs, and I'm going to pick from pick little items that you can choose from, and I'm just picking them off of my little wicker lampshade. I've got 4 different items, so you can choose from them, and there's reasons why you're choosing, I suppose, because this is all I have here. Spirit knows what they're doing, right? So here we go. Here's one. To me, this is a blue jay. And the blue jay is about speech. It's the power of speech. It's about speaking for yourself, not allowing other people to push you around and bully you. But it's also about you knowing the own power of your own speech and not allowing others to bully. I love blue jays. Then there is the knight in shining armor, the blue knight in shining armor, the unicorn. The unicorn. Why do I call him the unicorn? Because he is. He's the unicorn of the sea. This is the what are we? Seahorse. The little seahorse. And oh God, I've got to tell you something, you guys. The blue seahorse. Then we've got the yellow butterfly, yellow for friendship, yellow for happiness, for growth, for prosperity. And then we have a crystal seahorse. And I've got to tell you that my dreams have been torturing me. They have. And my twin soul must be wondering what the hell's wrong with my energy, because it goes up and down. And I got to tell you why I don't take part in ayahuasca ceremonies, why I don't take drugs, why I don't drink, why I'm very, very careful of the people that I'm around. Because when we have energy of others that we allow into our body, it's dark energy. And as we awaken and our gifts are opening, the darker energy gets in there and it messes around with what we hear and what we see. Every single thing that I am looking at is I'm being shown gay porn, gay lifestyle, bondage, sexual fetishes. I'm telling you, I am. That's being put into everything. I'm seeing it all over the place. And so everything that could be very, very innocent ends up being perverted and crass and disgusting, and it makes me really, really upset. I watch it in my dreams, and I'm like, why am I seeing this? Why does this have to happen? Because it's in connection to my twin soul. And I do recognize that it's energy that's gotten in some, and for me, it's very important that I clear my energy, because I work with so many other people and I pick up their energy. Now, my twin could be living in a place or working in a place that has people that have that lifestyle, right? And their energy is there. And because I connect so closely to him, I'm picking up that energy. But it shows me him. And it makes me very upset. So I have got to, and Spirit continually says, you know, it's not what it appears. It's not what you think. It makes me angry. It makes me upset. It makes me sick to my stomach. And as I'm looking at these animal messengers, I can't even look at a blue seahorse without seeing something sexual now. Or a crystal seahorse and seeing something to do with drugs. You know? So, I mean, everything has many different meanings. And if we get that darker energy or that toxic energy that seeps in, you know, never underestimate the power of planting a seed of doubt, a seed, a thought. It grows into something outrageous if you don't control it. So my first client, we spoke this morning, and that's exactly what was going on. And before I even spoke to her, I was dealing with my website, the work line that I work on a work line. And everything that I watched in my dream that they showed me, they even gave me my twin's name, everything. Everything that was going on ended up being what I was watching with my work. And at the very end of the dream, this person was saying, gave my twin's last name. And I was like, what? And I was upset. And I said, show me. And I had them take me over there. And I went, and I said, where? And they pointed me to this section. And they're saying, and I'm looking at this, I said, did the person have dark hair and a ponytail? Like long hair? Yes. And I'm looking, and I don't see him anywhere. And I said, he's not here. And it wasn't until I watched, and then I saw dogs in cages, puppies in cages. I saw, and in the fetish lifestyle, that's what they have. Dog collars, puppies in cages. Everything that I've been talking about, everything that I've been hearing, the words, the terms in my dreams, they're all sadomasochistic sexual terms. Everything. And I'm like, who am I connecting with? That this language, and see, it can be done, because I also I support, you know, animals in the shelters, right? I donate to them, and I'm constantly posting and about those, and I talk about my animal messengers. Well, everything wonderful was turned into something disgusting and vile. Everything. And so it's like, I don't allow that. So after I watched what happened in my work, I said to the woman, you know, I have prophetic dreams, and I said, I'll tell you what's going on. And because somebody was putting a work request in to speak with me, and they were giving me the wrong dates. They showed me we weren't connecting. I was there, the person wasn't there, the information wasn't going through, and it's like, what is going on? And I said, you know what, I can tell you. I said, I don't know if this makes sense to you, but I can tell you what I'm being shown in my dreams. And I said, I am being shown how this tall, thin, blonde woman, you know, there's this other bossy blonde person comes in and sits at a chair that was my chair and was saved for my friend. And I said, wait, I saved that seat for my friend. And she moved it down. She moved it to the next chair, and she pushed that next person down. I said, so I think what's going on is the request is my request. And it was my friend that was calling in because it was a client of mine. And I said, somebody else must have taken the original request. And then somebody else, one of your other workers, came in and pushed it down and moved to a different spot because the time frames are not working out. And she goes, oh my God, that's exactly what happened. So here, what I was being shown in my dreams was that, not what I saw. And yet, it was vile and disgusting and putrid. And so that's why please don't ever assume that you know something. Don't believe in rumors, because I did watch that, because there is yes, they are showing me something actually in my dreams. How something was said, something was done, and it was not right. It was assumed, and my twin heard something and was upset. Same situation. It wasn't what it appeared to be, and it caused absolute chaos. So for me, clear my energy after my readings. Ask for a blessing and protection over my readings and over myself for when I read for other people. Don't listen to gossip. Never underestimate the power of planting a seed. People do that. They do it on purpose. And so does dark energy, and so does two people that, you know. So be very, very careful about cutting cords. You have a negative thought about someone in your life, cut cords. If it doesn't feel good, something's wrong. So Very, very important. I mean, this was really important because I'm telling you, it could destroy relationships. I was ready to walk away. I was ready to say, I don't want anything to do with this. No wonder he's confused. And I was getting that from Spirit. You're both confused. You're both not understanding something. There's a miscommunication. There needs to be communication cleared up because what you're thinking is going on, both of you, is not. So, and the bells are ringing outside. So there we go. And at 10 minutes and 24 seconds in, we start with the first message, which is the blue jay. We're moving along pretty quick. And it is tummy ache. Oh, shit. Well, I mean, the first one was Aries. So this is Aries, and I forgot. Aries, Aries. So that was fire. So this is water, this is earth, this is air. We'll use air because of the crystal. So I didn't, shit, I'm sorry. If you guys hadn't chosen yet. You could have chosen by numbers, but I'm gonna put that right down again. Sorry, what I'm trying to do is move along too quickly, see? And I shouldn't have been in such a rush to move along. And that may be a message in itself as well. So the order is, let me tell you again, if you haven't, you could have chosen by item, but if you did, this is fire. So fire, water, air, earth, air, okay? So for all intents and purposes, my first message here, oh my God, here's the little pug. Okay, nervous, my stomach is upset. I need a change of diet. I'm having digestive problems. If I've swallowed poison, call a vet. So this could be drugs, because as puppies, kittens, they will, like my cat chewed on aloe vera and it made her sick. It was like a drug and she was dying. And so be careful about the plants that are around your animals, and humans, be careful of the things that you're ingesting. Mushrooms, as I said, you open yourself up, not good. You think you're doing something good. You could be eating mushrooms actually for health-wise, and they're hallucinogenic and causing problems. You could be eating something that's making you sick to your stomach. Your pet may need a change of food. my cat threw up this morning. Absolutely. He had too much salmon, and maybe the salmon was off, and he threw up on the carpet. And my cat represents my twin and myself, and so yes, my stomach was upset, and I threw up, right? I did. I wrote down in my dreams, I was so angry what I wrote down. So that upset my stomach, what I saw, what I felt. It also was showing me in my animal, yes, that is exactly what was happening. So what I've been seeing in a commercial is there's a little pug in a velvet jumpsuit in Los Angeles. Actually, they called it Echo Park, in an air-conditioned loft, wearing a velvet jumpsuit, walking around drinking a kale smoothie. Okay? So here's Velvet, here's the little pug, and this brings this to mind again. And of course, to me, that brings the whole lifestyle back, right? That I didn't want to see. However, if this is a human being, because dog represents love, unconditional love, loyalty, friendship, this could be a friend, not my twin. It could be a friend, right? That's there, right? That I'm seeing, I'm connecting energetically to. Or for you, it could be your human. The human in your life that you're concerned with. They're nervous. Their stomach is upset. They need to be, velvet is soft to the touch. It's comforting. The pillow is comforting. They need to be comforted. They may be nervous. So right now, thinking about the blue jay, somebody may be bullying someone, right? They might be feeling bullied by somebody. They might be feeling, so you have to think about the words that you're using. So right now, my twin no doubt feels my energy because I was really angry. And so I have to cancel, clear, delete, and explain that energy. It was confusion. So for yourself as well, be careful of the words that you are using. You might be upsetting your animal. You might be, if you're yelling at your pet or a friend, or you may be spoken harshly. Careful of the words. Maybe there is somebody in their environment that is speaking harshly to them, because this is about bullying. So it's about not allowing yourself to bully others, but not allowing others to bully you. And somebody feels upset. So this is very spiritual. This is calming, the colors of amethyst. So see your person in calming light. Now for me, I'm upset. I've been stressed out about my daughter, worried, right? And I did Reiki on my twin, myself, and my daughter last night, and gave us all this healing energy because I was so upset. So no doubt when I was connecting with my twin, he felt my upset energy. And because we're empaths, and many of us on this page are empaths, a lot of the times we get this feeling that we're picking up, and we don't realize, why am I feeling this way? Why am I angry? Why am I upset? It's not even us. We're picking up on the one closest to us. Okay? So pay attention to the words that you think, the words that you speak, how it affects other people, because you are connecting to them. Even the words you think. Like, you should see my dreams, what I wrote down, the comments in my dreams. And then I figured it out and I thought, no, it's not what it is. And then up on Facebook popped something up that corroborated the fetish lifestyle. It was the first thing I saw. A human, naked, with a drawing like a buggy, and the human was the horse. And I'm just like, you know what? It never stops. Why? Because I'm vibrating with that negative energy, and I'm going to continually pull that towards me. So we need to cut those cords, get rid of that negative energy. I don't want to see that anymore. Thank you. I don't want to see that anymore. I don't want to see it in association with my twin or myself. And I want it to go away. So cut cords, and I'm asking Archangel Michael to come in and clear that energy. Put a shield of protection around me when I do these readings, that I don't take on the other energy, because many of the people that I deal with have this lifestyle. So I could be connecting to clients and picking up that energy. Clear your energy, people. Be very careful about who you're around. You may not have that lifestyle, but the people around you do, and their energy is going into you, and it's causing problems in your life. It's very, very important. Toxic energy around us is very, very scary. It can cause you to ruin relationships. I was ready to pack it up and walk away from this. I didn't want anything to do with it. And it wasn't even the truth. So very, 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 very careful. This is the Angel Tarot. No, Crystal Angels. Tanzanite. Love this crystal. Freaking love this crystal. So this is wonderful. This is a beautiful, beautiful message. So the Tanzanite crystal says that you have healed from past relationships that basically broke your heart in some way or another. Whatever it was difficult. And it caused you to shut your heart down. You may have had, you may have loved someone deeply, and they either broke up with you or they died. Whatever it was loss, and it was grief. And so right now, Spirit is saying, we understand that it's been very difficult for you and that you have sealed your heart off, and you're very, very trepidatious and you're cautious. I am very cautious because of, everything I've been through, and what I've watched and everything. And so this is understandable. Spirit understands that we have been protecting our heart, but they're saying, you know what? Even though you have been hurt and you've been concerned that this was going to happen again, you have healed enough. You are ready to allow this love back into your life. So even though you have healed enough to the point to allow this in, clearly you're still very tender. I am, man, very, very clearly, right? You can't just, put it all in the garbage and say, okay, I'm done with it and I'm good. It's residual. It's there. And we have to be gentle with ourselves. And this is about easing ourselves back into love, with other people. Meeting people that we feel trust around, through people we feel trustworthy, right? We don't want to be around any energy or any people that have questionable backgrounds or for us. You know what I'm talking about? Questionable as in anything that's not in line with our highest good. So spiritual friends, are great. We are, because we all are striving for the same goal here, to attain, a higher level of ascension. So absolutely, as I said earlier, avoid places with drugs and alcohol, period. It's, maybe your brother can smoke whatever. Maybe your brother can take mushrooms. Maybe your brother can. Maybe your sister and your soul sister can go to ayahuasca ceremonies and it doesn't affect them. It would affect me. And I know it would affect my twin. Absolutely. We are way too sensitive. And I'm sorry. I would never put the trust in another human being to watch over my open mind. Never. Never. So if there's anything at all that throws up a red flag warning to you, pay attention to that. You can't push it. Don't rush it. You can't hurry love, No, you can't. So be patient. Ask Spirit to safeguard you. Don't be paranoid. Be aware and open, but you have to allow Spirit to stand guard over you as you open your heart. They're telling you. It could be the same thing with a pet. The first message we got was about a pet. Maybe you lost a pet and you've been grieving the loss of that pet. And I know my Uncle Phil has, and it was really, really heartbreaking for him. So maybe it's time to maybe reintroduce a new pet into your life again, right? And remember that just with our spiritual family and loved ones, our pets stay with us. They don't leave us. They're loyal in life as they are in death. Their energy will stay with us. Oftentimes, they will come back to us in the form of a human baby, or of another pet. Loved ones in our lives, they'll come back to us. I know that I have a loved one, and I was shown that there is someone that has passed away into spirit that is going to come back into my life, and I don't know if it's in the form of a child. I can't have children, but there might be an adoption. I don't know. But there is someone that I have loved that's going to come, someone that is connected to me that is coming back into my house in the form of another. I already know that Lily has. If you don't believe in what is it called? I can't think of the name of it. Reincarnation, you don't have to. But I've already felt that myself, and I'm seeing it happening in the future for me. So this is a way that, you know, the humans in your life as well as pets in your life can come and come to you in reunion. You'll know. You'll know. You'll have that feeling. You'll understand it. The ones who get what I'm talking about, they understand. So your message is integrity. I love this word. Be flexible, but be also true to you. Stand by your beliefs and values, and others will stand by and believe in you. Well, everything that I have been watching about that alternative lifestyle will never be in my life, ever. That's me standing in my integrity. I can be flexible and say, hey, you can do what you want, but not in my presence and not in my life. So I'm just saying, that's just going out there. So for you, the same thing. And right now, there's a need to apologize. Well, I did my apologies in my live feed for misunderstanding, and I apologize again right now to my twin for having seen the things that I have. But I mean, if he would understand it, if he could see what I've been shown, he would understand. Now, it could be that there's someone that's going to come to you and apologize, and because of the things that have happened. And in that sense, be flexible, right? Be understanding, be compassionate, but also you need to stand in your own integrity. All right, so at 22 minutes and 18 seconds in, we go to the next pile, which is the Enamel Seahorse. Blue represents a couple things. The color blue is speaking your truth. It represents Archangel Michael. Archangel Michael coming forward on this steed, this noble steed of the ocean, being that this is the water signs. So speaking your truth, and you see varying shades of the truth here on this, right? There's light, dark, royal blue. So please don't, half lies are still a lie. Please speak the full truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God. There may be a knight in shining armor coming into your life that's about to speak his truth to you. Also, this is about protection. The seahorse is very gentle and very loving. They protect the babies. They're the ones that protect the babies. And that's what I watched in my dream. I watched my twin with babies and was very concerned with the welfare of, to me, they were shown as puppies. They could have been animals, but they could have been children. Because we're talking a lot right now about the children that are being kept in detention camps, and everyone's so up in arms about it. But there are children that are separated because the parents are selling these children into sex rings, and the authorities are trying to protect these children, and they need help. And they may look like the bad guys, and that might be what I need to apologize for, because I've been really angry about those children being kept in cages. But in some senses, it's not that they're cages, they're kept where they're safe and protected. I don't want to get into the political thing, but that's coming up right now because of the seahorse. The seahorse takes care of the little ones. So there's more about the seahorse, but I'll speak about that in a moment. The color blue, of course, is also, I've also seen my twin caring for a child, a young one, just like I was caring for the Prince. I took that little cat out of that drug house who had been badly abused, and he was coming down off of the drugs. And you guys all saw, if you watched the videos, how badly he was hurting, and he almost died. And he's healthy now. He's good. We took care of him, and he's very, very safe. And he is being kept inside most of the time. He's allowed to go outside for a few hours a day, but he is kept inside while we get him acclimatized again. So looking at the seahorse, that's what I watched in my dreams in a positive. So the color blue is also representing depression and sadness, a period of isolation. So whoever this applies to, water people, I have Pisces in my chart too. So behavior. I'm very emotional right now. I'm sorry. I know it has a lot to do with my daughter, but it also has a lot to do with everything I've been watching in my dreams, and the different meanings, and positive and negative. So please bear with me today when I'm feeling rather emotional. I haven't had much sleep. So behavior. First, we'll talk about your pet, because my cat threw up all over the carpet, and he was calling me and waking me up all night long, probably so I could write my dreams down. And I got mad at him. And then I brought him up, and he laid with me, and he just needed my attention. So your cat or your dog is telling you, I only have the best of intentions. I'm trying hard to please you and get it right. This blanket, this is what I saw in my dreams. Blanket is protection, and it's comfort. And this is love. So the human in your life, you think about a cat, might be a female. I also call my twin a cat. He looks like a cat. This one wants you to know that you're safe and that they love you, and they've got the best of intentions. They're trying really hard to get things right in their life as far as their behavior. Keep them in a blanket of protection and love. That's what they're wishing for you at this time. I will tell you that the Seahorse is telling you that it is safe for you to help others in this situation, reminding you to be persistent in your goals. And also, we already got the message about being flexible. The Seahorse reminds you of that. Don't be too inflexible and stubborn in getting the goals that getting to achieve the goals that you wish. Like this one is in trying to get things right? Don't be too stubborn in achieving the goals. If you are lost or confused, the Seahorse is asking you to look around at yourself and the situation, not just physically the situation, but also, like I said, psychically, spiritually, and try and get a better perspective on things. So as the Seahorse is very gentle, moving, you think about through the emotional waters, right? The horse represents forward movement. The Seahorse is very, very gentle. They're very hard to keep. Very, very hard to keep. They're very, very gentle and very, very delicate. But that doesn't mean they're not very powerful. Allow yourselves to be gently nudged in the right direction in the flow of the current. You think of the emotional waters, right? And then when you see the way to anchor yourself, stay focused on that goal. So like I said this morning, I saw things that were horrific, and I've been watching it for such a long time. But then I saw how it could be in a completely different light, which is what we got in our weekly reading as well, in our live feed as Family Soulmate Up as well. So the Seahorse, that's what they do, is they hold on to kelp or plankton or a little piece of coral, and they anchor themselves to hold them steady in the currents so they don't get swept away in the drifts, because they can get swept away. They're so delicate. We can too get swept away in our emotions. So when you find something truthful, something that you can anchor yourself and get yourself grounded, grab onto that. So for me, I'm grabbing onto my Seahorse is loving and good and wants to care for people. That's what I want to hold on to. So you're being told as well, the one in your life, the cat in your life, who is it that represents the cat in your life? Somebody who's independent, somebody who is a little bit finicky as far as their relationships go, who isn't necessarily the easiest to love, who does not follow around after you like a dog. Somebody who is curious, somebody who is spiritual, somebody who is able to see things in the dark, somebody who's very intuitive. This is a very spiritual cat. This is cat. This represents my twin and myself to myself. But for you, who does it represent? Also, this Seahorse is letting you know that, remember we were asking about when we should do something. Seahorse says that it is the time for you to make your move. You've been procrastinating too long. You've been holding on in safe waters, not wanting to be allowing yourself to be swept away in your emotions. You've been holding on to what's keeping you safe, but Spirit wants you to let go and take the plunge towards whatever it is that you're moving forward, that you want in your dreams. I'm going to get emotional again, because blue is the color of my twin. This is the lapis. This is his stone. And I'm going to give you, if the Seahorse is one of your animal messengers, if this is one of your totems, you're most likely a knight in shining armor, and you will sacrifice your own needs to help other people. You have a strong desire to protect young people. And those that are weaker than yourself. These are the ones that, fight for the underdogs. This is your totem. You are gentle, and you have a gentle strength around you. You have serenity, the sense of peace. Children would feel very easy with you and comfortable with you. So would older people. So would animals. You're very polite and considerate and courteous. And your features are most likely very unusual, but you're very attractive, which is my twin. He's got very, very high cheekbones, and his eyes tilt up like a cat. He's very unusual looking, but very, very beautiful. So if this is your animal totem, think about a man, and I told you about, I watched in my dreams. If a man has this totem, the normal roles that you would take place in society, like say going out and being the breadwinner, they would be reversed. Often you would be the caretaker of children. And a woman with this totem as her totem animal would want her partner to be very involved with the children and in caring with the children because of the amazing qualities that they have. This is this person. Excuse me, clearing my throat. It also represents the power of your subconscious mind because of the emotions and water, right? And this little animal moves through the water with such grace. It's asking you to pay attention because you have a new perspective, or you might have a different outlook in life than others do. If the seahorse is invisible, if you were having a dream about seahorses and it was invisible, but you knew it was there, it suggests that there is an emotional issue that you're not acknowledging, or you're not looking at. I'm going to save a couple other messages from Seahorse for the crystal Seahorse. So that's the first message. And from the crystal angels, Sapphire. Isn't that interesting? Look at the colors that we're getting. The color blue, again. Here's my Sapphire. And here's my Lapis. Aren't they very, very similar in appearance, right? Same color. So easy does it. Just like the Seahorse, easy does it. Your health and your happiness and abundance require a gentle approach to life and work. So again, we think about the color blue, and that's Archangel Michael's color. So whatever you're having issues with or difficulties with, as I spoke with my client this morning, call upon Archangel Michael to cut cords for fear, doubt, or worry, or any of that toxic energy. Cut cords, please remove any seeds of doubt that have been planted in my mind, willingly or unwillingly, intentionally or unintentionally. Please guard my mental process. Please, when I balance and clear my chakras, please stand guard while this is being done, just like I did yesterday when we did our reading. We call in Archangel Metatron. That is why it's so important when we call in Metatron to clear and balance our chakras that we have Michael standing by guarding. That's why I don't do those ceremonies where I am not, when I'm open. This is so important. I can't stress this enough. So you've been pushing yourself too hard, says the Sapphire. You have been pushing past your limits, more than you can handle. Maybe that's why, I'm overwhelmed, overexhausted. There's just too much multitasking, too much worrying about others. It's time to pull back in. Maybe you have been overdoing it. You've been out partying. You've been out not giving yourself much rest. You work hard, you play hard, right? But it's too much. So Spirit says right now, this is about detoxifying. This is about resting. This is about absolutely recovering your energy levels to an appropriate level, because right now you're not doing too well right now. And you might be going too far ahead. You might be staying in the past. Right now, Spirit's asking for you to try to stay in the present moment. And whatever projects or tasks or things that you need to do, go at them one at a time so that you don't feel overwhelmed. Like right now, I've got my daughter I'm worrying about. I've got work. I've got clients. I had to tell my client, no, I'm going to have to do it later. I had to push people back. I had to give myself time to center and balance. It's very, very important that we do this. So for you, if this is your message, please stop focusing so far into the future and anticipating the worst. Please start anticipating better times. Stop worrying about what lies ahead. The color blue represents sadness and depression as well, as I said. So you may have been ruminating about the past. You're staying there too much. We've already been told. You've been holding on. You've been procrastinating. Probably because of that, your mind has been on what has happened in the past. So you're being guided to stay here, now, present, so that you can enjoy the circumstances here, even if everything isn't perfect right now. It might also say right now that this is a sign. We're already told that, you know, you were wondering about something that you've been procrastinating about, right? Something that you haven't, that you knew that you wanted to do, but you've been procrastinating making your move, and you were supposed to do this. Well, this is also about retirement. It might be time for you to retire from a job that's been way too stressful. If what I have been watching is what my twin has been doing, he needs to retire. It's killing his life. It's killing mine. It might be a hobby that you have been dealing with that's so time consuming, and you've gotten so into it that you need a break from it. Whatever it is, it's too much. You can have too much of a good thing. And right now they're saying that your mental and physical self is at risk. You're at risk for breakdown, meltdown. So we're talking serious right now. So easy does it. Easy does it. It's about your mental health, your physical health. This is a good crystal for you right now. Sapphire, Tanzanite and Sapphire, the blue crystals, the lapis. Very, very powerful crystals for you right now. As was brought out before, the sapphire is a very, very hard crystal. The ruby is from the same family. Very, very hard. Almost as hard as diamonds. So these are very, very, which talks about your strength and your ability. These are also very, very powerful crystals to meditate with. And the fact that blue is also the color of calming and relaxing. Sapphire, Tanzanite, lapis lazuli, any of the blue colors that come to mind, those are the crystals that you will want to hold and meditate to in order to bring yourself into calmness. I'm glad I'm wearing mine, right? And I put on my, I've got a lot of blue. I'm wearing blue today. There's reason for it. I need it. So, you know, you may think blue for the color, you know, oh, that's sad. But no, it's also for calming and relaxation. And this is absolutely needed right now. Isn't it interesting how I just grabbed these, but they all, Spirit knows how to bring everything into play. I'm so impressed with Spirit all the time. I really am. Someone new. So there may be someone new coming into your life. Please pay attention to them. It may be somebody that's there to help you deal with something that's been very, very hard for you. It might be that you are meeting a new love interest. It might mean that you have learned and changed and evolved and grown, and you are literally someone new. This could be also representing someone in your life. I was told that the one that I lost was going to be coming back to me, but it was not going to be coming back to me the same. I would have someone new. So it's like a rebirth, right? The death, the transformation, and rebirth. I spoke about this yesterday, about how this couple in their marriage, and they said that, you know, they did everything backwards. No one ever believed that they would stay together or that they should come together, that it could ever possibly happen. But because they broke all the rules and everything went backwards. But they've been together 30 years, and they have had deaths, transformation, and rebirths many times in their lives. So as we ascend and we grow, we do become new people. So this is positive. Whatever it is, someone new is coming into your life, and I believe it's a positive for you. So Archangel Gabriel, oh, this is beautiful. Absolutely, check it out. Archangel Gabriel is the messenger. I saw this in my dream, and I said, what is that? Oh my God. And I looked at it, and I said it was a giant, was it a hawk? Was it an owl? And it was a flying tiger that I saw. And it was, Archangel Gabriel is the red hawk. And the tiger represents a part of me, and the owl also the seer. So these are the owl and the red hawk. They work together. They're cousins. They work together. One works at night, one works during the day. And so here, Archangel Gabriel, you will soon receive some positive news. The channels for clear and honest communication are now open. Keep an open heart and speak your truth lovingly without fear. This is beautiful, considering the fact that someone's been procrastinating about what they know they want to do. And now is the time to do it. And then here we got again, confirmation from Gabriel. So at 39 minutes in, we go to the yellow butterfly. Clearly transformation is happening. The yellow butterfly has wings edged in black. So even though there's darkness, predominantly, this is the divine masculine. We are now on to, who are we with here? I think we're with earth signs, right? Why is my computer not working for me? Yes, we are. We're with earth signs. So yellow, we know the color yellow is growth, happiness, health, warmth, confidence, the divine masculine. Without the sun, nothing would grow. Beautiful transformation taking place. Look at the card we're even looking at here. Forward movement, the divine masculine, the bird, bright yellow. I heard boundaries when I saw the cat. Slow and steady wins the race. Dog, loyalty. Funny, and the little mouse, details. Pay attention to the details, but don't get too caught up in the details. Live in the now. And look, everybody lives together in unison, and they're all happy, and they're all working as part of a team. And this little butterfly can go right up here. Transformation. So cleansing. I need a bath. I'm trying to get rid of bad habits or clean out my system. The shampoo or soap is too harsh for me. Okay, so my cat threw up this morning. I'm going to sneeze. I always sneeze in sets. Now notice I sneezed 3 times. Ascended Masters helping me. Thank you, Archangel Michael and Archangel Metatron, for being here. Metatron is the one, of course, that works with the ones that are given labels. Attention deficit, hyperattention deficit, overactive imagination, overanalyzers anonymous, autistic, Asperger's, anybody that has been given a label is Archangel Metatron's angel. So at this time, I know that Metatron and Michael are working here. And this is pretty shade. There's a lot of shade, pretty shady here, right? Things are pretty shady in this area, but there's brightness here, and there's growth, and there's sunlight on that water. And this is being cleaned off. So if this is a human in your life, they are getting bad habits out of their system. Maybe they have been involved in something that was not good, and they're trying to get rid of this. They're cleaning this out. Could be that they've had, like my cat, overindulged in something that was not in its highest good. They thought at first that it was something that it was good, but it was bad for them, and ended up throwing it up. Their body rejected it. They didn't want it. So if your body is rejecting something, it's not in your highest good. So your dog is telling you this. Your cat is telling you this. I need a bath. My cat's telling me I'm trying to clean out my system. That was too much for me. It was too rich for him. It was too much. Now, dog represents love, unconditional love, loyalty, and friendship. There's someone in your life, a friend, who's tied up at the moment because they're trying to get rid of bad habits, or they're trying to clean out their system. They could be in rehab. They could be in counseling. They could be in the hospital. They're tied up. They're trying to get something, get rid of something. They could literally be trying to get rid of something, and right now they're tied up doing that. And it's pretty shady what they're involved in. But there is light, and there is new growth. And they are looking towards the light. So that's very positive. Amber. This is the one that I don't have that I really want. And as I said, I don't like to get crystals over the internet because I want to see them, you know. I want to choose them, or I want to feel their energy. So I have yet to get amber. Amber is a resin. It comes from the copal tree. And I have copal. I actually have copal here, so maybe I need to just get some copal out on our desk right now. I'll show it to you guys. It smells amazing. You know, when I burn sage, maybe that's a message actually for myself. That when we burn sage, it's for cleansing, right? And when I burn, there's something else that I burn that is very powerful. Here, I'll move all this stuff out of the way. That's stronger. Oh, the wood that I burn. Can't think of it right now. I'll think of it in a minute. That it's more powerful. There we go. When it gets up here, I'll think about it. So I think we're meant to do this. And this will help because I asked for, this is the amber. I asked for this, didn't I? I said I wanted cleansing, and I wanted that darker energy removed and those negative thoughts, because it's not only affecting myself, but it's affecting my twin, and it's causing confusion for both of us, and I don't want that. So we've had enough confusion in our lives. The wood. Why can't I think of the wood? Palo Santo. Okay. So here what I'll show you. Palo Santo is, I'm going to do it all. I'm going to do it all. So here's Palo. This is a type of Palo Santo that's been milled and then crushed so that it burns easier. Palo Santo is the Indian wood. I prefer the smell of Palo Santo to sage. I always have. But this is copal. This is amber resin. And you burn the amber resin. I'll show it to you guys. Let's do it together. This is pretty fun. So what you do is you get a little charcoal. That's the only bummer is I hate the smell of this. So if anybody knows of a different way to burn amber that you don't have to have the smell of that charcoal, because I don't like it. So what I do is I put it on this shell, right? And then you drop the copal in here. And then you burn, this is amber. So you light this on the edge because it's like a briquette. Shit, hold on a second. It starts to spark. Oops, sorry guys, hold on. So you light it around the edge. Let me drop that in there in a minute. Okay, so it's burning. I can hear it. I don't want to burn my hands off. God. Okay. Okay. So you see it sparking. And then the resin, when that little briquette is, it's just basically like barbecue, but you're now burning the resin, the amber resin. And I think that what Spirit's trying to show me is that I know that Palo Santo is very, I mean, this California sage, this white sage, it's very, very powerful. But the Indian Palo Santo, for me, that's my own personal preference. I have always felt very, there we go. See, it's starting to burn. I've loved the smell of it. This copal is amazing as well. So I think what Spirit is actually showing me, other than the fact that you guys need to know that these are different things that you can do for cleansing, these are powerful. They're showing me that yes, the energy was very, very heavy, and it was dark, and I absolutely needed to do this. So that's why amber came up. So while this is happening, I'm going to show you the copal. I mean the Palo Santo in a moment. So with the amber, basically there's an issue that's been weighing you down. It's been burdening you. I don't know if you want to look at that or if you want to move it in front, so we get the benefit of both. Okay. And basically they want you to turn it over to Spirit, because at this time this is really heavy. Just like what I've been going through has been really, really heavy, and we don't have to deal with this by ourselves. We have a spiritual team. We have the collective. Like with my daughter, I called on everyone to pray and for healing. I was a mess and I needed everyone, and I called everyone in, and I have over 100 people praying and sending blessings, and she's being watched over by everyone. Everyone's been alerted. That energy is everywhere. I called on Archangel Metatron, Michael, my father. I went to my father. I said, everyone, I want angels in that operating room all around her. I want angels all around my twin, wherever he is, protecting him, keeping him safe. So Spirit is telling you, we don't have to do this by ourselves. We have a spiritual team, and sometimes we forget, we know that, we do our positive affirmations. We know we can be strong. I know I'm a powerful person, blah, blah, blah. But you know what? We don't have to do it by ourselves. That's why we are part of the United Christ Consciousness, the collective. That's why we have we're constantly being told to pray. Why do you think we were being told to pray? I put out a prayer request. I wasn't going to, even though I am a Reiki master, I asked for all Reiki masters, hands on, wrap it around my daughter and they were sending it to me too, because clearly I needed it, right? So pray from your heart, ask for help, and then let it go. And whatever words, you don't have to worry about the words. God knows what your heart needs to say. I don't have the right words. I just kept saying again and again, take care of my baby. Keep her safe. And take care of my twin. Keep him safe. I don't care. I don't care that he has his own team. I know that this matters that I'm talking to, and I'm asking, please take care of him. So, and then we have to let it go. That's the challenge. And see, this is why it was shown to me last night, because as a teacher, I have to show you that I'm doing the same thing. I've got to walk my walk and talk my talk, right? It's very, very powerful. Look at how this is smoking this place out. This is awesome. I needed this. That we have to let it go. We have to do what we're being asked to do. These are the steps. No, Spirit's showing me this needs to happen. You need to clear the energy in here. This is one of the things that you can do. Okay, I'm doing it, right? But then we let it go. Because when we hold on to that problem, when we stress and worry, and we keep imagining, like I had to stop. I was imagining horrible scenarios and had to stop, right? Because it can make the situation worse. It absolutely made my situation worse. Because I was vibrating from that negative fear and worry and energy, I kept drawing the dreams to me, showing me things in a really, really negative light. So Spirit is with us constantly. Our Father made us. He was with us before we came here. He's always here. So right now, whatever problem we have, we can give that to Spirit. They are never gone. They're always there. We are never alone. They can solve any problem. We also have to respect that other people have free will choices. Yes. Yes, they do. And you know what? I thought about that when my daughter went into surgery. That's probably why I was so scared, because she has a soul contract. People do die. And whatever her soul contract, I knew in the back of my mind, if that was her soul contract, it was up. I would have to respect that. It was hard for me. So I kept saying, she's been through a lot in her life. She deserves for this to go well. Her son's been through a lot. He deserves his mother, and Jacob deserves his wife. Please don't end this soul contract now. And then I have to hand it over. So this is what we need to do. So right now, this is working for me and for you guys. So I appreciate you allowing me to do this with you. Use the crystal amber. The amber is here to help you. If you want to look up the meaning, the specific healing of amber, you can do that as well. Now, I'm going to put my Palo Santo on here as well. And see, I don't know, I might have used up too much of the briquette in order for that to burn. We'll see. But if not, I'm using all of it. Okay, so then we go to your next message. Anxiety. Well, clearly this is appropriate for whoever chose this pile. We surround you with the healing light of amethyst. See, remember I said amethyst is one of the stones for calming? Take a deep breath and breathe in this beautiful violet light. Feel your anxiety melting away. There is nothing to fear. There is only love. This was needed for all of us. Clearly for the people who chose this message. Friends at this time. That's important. Friends at this time. That's what somebody wants. I want to be friends with you at this time. Somebody might be feeling very anxious and they need a friend at this time. I need friends at this time. I'm getting that. I need friends at this time. I have anxiety. I'm having a difficult time. I need to have a true friend. So someone in your life needs a true friend. It's very, very important. Whoever it is there a friend in your life that you know that's dealing with anxiety? I know my daughter is. I know my son-in-law is. I know my twin must be, because I am. It's very important for us to have friends at this time to help us deal with our anxiety. That's why I appreciate you guys. The amber was very, very important. They're trying to deal with something. They're trying to remove something, get something out of their system. They're trying to release their feelings, their emotions, and it's going to be okay. See, there's healing. We're all looking towards the healing. Very, very important at this time. And I am smelling the Palo Santo now. It smells amazing. Okay, so at 53 minutes and 53 seconds, wow. Okay, so 53, that's going to be our message. We have the crystal Seahorse. So 53, the number 53, we're going to double it. 53 is telling you, the Ascended Masters are helping you change your life in positive ways. Ask for their help with any aspect of these situations, such as additional ideas, opportunities, courage, and so forth. Okay? So we knew the Ascended Masters were here. They have been here this whole time. They're visible. So let's move that over. That's smoking really good. And it smells fantastic. The copal with the Palo Santo, it's interesting. This is the first time. I think maybe because they're mixed together. I like them mixed together. I've never done that. I don't smell the briquette like I used to. This smells really good. This has been done really well. So here we have the crystal seahorse. So again, everything that we spoke about with the seahorse comes into play. Now you think about the crystal. So but I'm hearing, look at my finger, the soot. What I'm seeing, well, looking at that, I'm looking at crystal. I am looking at drugs. I'm looking at somebody might be trying to remove that from their system because look, that's what my fingers look like, the resin. And you think about resin, that's what they smoke is resin. And I've watched people doing that. So it's a very delicate situation. Somebody is dealing with that and they're trying to remove that from their body. Oops, sorry, I'm looking at the crystal because the phone was in my way and I'm like turning it away because it was in my way. And this is what I was showing you is my fingers, the smoke. And I'm looking at the smoke. I'm looking at the resin. So, as I said, there could be somebody that's being helped in this situation. I told you that I took that little cat out of the drug house and he was coming down off of that and it was really horrible and he was quite sick. He almost died, but he did recover. So what the seahorse, hold on a second, what happened to the seahorse? I'm having a difficult time right now. I have to tell you, my eyes, they're so full of tears. I keep blinking my eyelashes and it keeps getting in my way. So, forgive me when I'm, hold on a second, I've got to clear my eyelashes. I don't even have really long eyelashes and I don't have any mascara on right now, but I've been crying so much that, okay. Sorry. Oh, deep breath, deep cleansing breath. Okay, so the seahorse. Yes, it's safe for you to help in this situation, but they're also saying that they want you to be willing to share everything that you do today. So that's what I'm doing. It's funny, my mother goes, why do you think I named you Sherry? Because you're meant to share. So this to me is why I'm doing this, why I'm talking about these things, and that even though whatever you learn, what I'm getting is what you are getting from this, you are also meant to share, and it's safe for you to do so. You're being reminded that even though you are maybe one small part of the whole, we are all significant, and we do have the power to change things. We are. That's like I said when I called upon the whole collective, the power of prayer. I believe in the power of prayer. It is immense. We are able to change things in a positive way. We can alter the course of things. We can. I do go back to the Bible when was it the Sodom and Gomorrah was going to be demolished, right? Completely wiped out. And Lot went to God and said, if I can find 50 people, will you spare the city? And he said, okay, because he said that's what he was looking at. It was debauchery. It was what I was watching in my dreams. That's literally Sodom and Gomorrah is what I have been watching in my dreams. And then God said, and he couldn't find 50 people, so he went back. And finally he said, if I can find 10 innocent ones, would you spare the city? And God said, okay. But in the end, there was no one. And God said, you need to take your family and leave and not look back. And that's what I'm watching. You have been wanting to help in a situation possibly, but it's toxic. And yes, you can affect change in a positive way at times, but in certain situations, you're being asked to remove yourself because the energy is toxic and it's overwhelming. So in this particular situation with my daughter, we're able to affect things in a positive way. We called on everyone, all of the prayers and the united consciousness. They all came together. All you guys came together. And we are able to affect change in a positive way. That is a beautiful thing. Sometimes we can't, but in that we could. So you will know when you get the message, it's time for you to leave. It's time for you to let go. You may have been trying to help, but it's gotten too toxic. It is in our situation. It's gotten to the place where, look how much I'm having to clear because the toxicity is leached in. That Pam leech still has a hold of him. That's what I heard in my dream. Leached. It's leaching in and it's toxic to the point where you're not able to save the situation. You have to remove yourself from it. And Spirit is wanting you to know as a seahorse, you are magnificent as you are. You don't need, you need to find contentment in who you are. See the beauty in yourself. See the crystal beauty in yourself. You are a crystal child. You are a child of the stars. Gratitude. Focus on gratitude. So now somebody in your life, when I read these cards, I'm generally reading about someone else. Like say a woman calls in, she's speaking about her partner. The partner is saying, thank you for this special treatment, care, food, attention, outing, or toy. So your pet is saying, thank you for the special care, right? If you have an aquarium, like I just cleaned Merlin's tank, his water was murky, and I knew what that meant. The environment was toxic, and I took 25% of his water tank out last night, but you can still see the difference between Merlin's tank, which is on the right, which represents my twins, and Panu's tank, which is my tank on the front. Merlin's is still very murky. I couldn't change it all the way. Again, there's something toxic in the environment that needs to be cleaned out. So Merlin is thanking me. Thank you for the special care. It took a lot of time. I'm going to do it again today. I went and got water purifier. Water purifier, that's emotional water, right? Something needs to be cleaned. You need to be to this place where the water is clear, like this, like a crystal. The water that you're in right now is not crystal clear. You need to make sure that it's crystal clear. I also need to make sure that it's crystal clear for my twin with my emotions. My emotions affect my twin. My emotions affect my daughter. Our emotions affect one another. We are all connected. Think about this little seahorse holding on to someone, right? We are all connected. In another case, whatever it is in your life, the person in your life that you were thinking about, the one that comes to mind, they are saying thank you. Thank you for the special care. Thank you for the Reiki healing. I am saying to you guys, thank you for the Reiki healing and the love and the blessings and the care. Somebody in your life, a child, a pet, thank you for the attention that you're giving me. It's important. Now, this is also something that when you want this, when you want this to happen, you thank as if it's already happened. Thank you for the special care, for the love and attention that you're giving me. Thank you for hearing me. Thanking you for understanding you. I'm grateful for this. Okay, I just got a text message from my son-in-law. Haven't seen her yet, but they say it went fine. So see, it all turned out well. So thank you guys. I'm glad I'm on my last card because I want to contact him. Fluorite, my Fluorite bracelet. I have green Fluorite, but my other one just broke, so I have to make a new one. This is confirmation again. So the crystal Fluorite, natural beauty and authenticity. I like this. I love anything that's authentic. So again, we've got a lot of this happening. Oops, hold on. The copel has burned up, but my Palo Santo fell over. And look at that smoke when I went back on there. Wow, this is awesome. It smells good in here, you guys. Can't tell you. It smells amazing. Okay, so I love everything about this. You are beautiful, attractive, and lovable inside and out. Look at these two crystal spheres, completely different colors, but both just as beautiful as the other. No need for competition. Right? No need to try and be comfortable in somebody else's skin because you have to be comfortable in your skin. If you've been trying to conform to others' if in doing so you've lost your way, we've fallen off our path. I wanted to fit in. I wanted to act like I was okay with all this stuff, but I'm not okay with it. It made me fall off my path. Well, now's the time for you to be you. This is air signs. Now's the time for you to recognize that you're beautiful just as you are, and there is no competition. You don't have to compare yourself to anyone else. And the best thing for you to do is be authentic and speak the truth from your heart and let people really know the truth of who you are and what you truly feel. Don't pretend. I brought this up in yesterday's reading. I said I didn't want a commitment. I'd be okay just dating. Why would you say that? That's not what you want. You told me you want a commitment. You don't want to just date other people. You're a monogamous person. Well, I just thought it would be easier. I thought it would be less stressful. No, don't. Tell the person the truth of the situation. And maybe it will be stressful, but they'll understand, hey, if it's either a commitment to this person or I lose them. And then maybe they'll think about that and recognize, you know what? You're right. I don't want to lose you. I'm full of fear too. So speak your own truth. And right now, Spirit's wanting you to detach from people pleasing. Detach from that or worrying about what that one thinks or what this one thinks, or if you're going to have their approval. This is about being more realistic about who you are and how you dress and how you behave and how you speak and how you do your hair. And, this is, again, we've had this message before. This is about, stop with the fake nails and the fake eyelashes and the hair extensions and stop the fake Stop embracing what isn't authentic about you and recognize that this is beautiful, as that you are beautiful as you are. You don't need to enhance yourself that much. I think about this, I wonder if you guys have seen it on, there's like a little, I think it's on a television show, and it was Jane Fonda and the guy from Summer Lovers. I can't remember what the guy's name was. And he's younger than her, probably, oh God, he's probably 20 years younger than her. But they were dating, and Jane Fonda's a beautiful woman, right? But she's an older woman, and he came and she says, I can't do this. And he's like, what? Peter something, dark hair, I can't think of his name. And she said, I can't do this anymore. And he says, you can't do what anymore? And she said, us. And he says, what? What about us? And she says, this isn't real. This isn't the real me. You want to know, you want me? You want the whole me, the real me? And he said, yes. And she goes, fine. And she was angry because she feared not being accepted for the whole her, the real her, the truthful her. And so she took off her false eyelashes. And then she took out hair extensions that he didn't even know that were making her hair look fuller. And then she got a wet one and she wiped off her lipstick and her eyeshadow. And she says, there you go. And then she goes, oh, and then this. And she showed him that she has her knee wrapped in a bandage, in a brace, because she had problems with her knee. And she goes, and this is probably going to be a permanent feature. And she picked up a cane. And she stood there expecting her to reject him. And he walked over to her and he kissed her. And he said, I want this. All of it. So don't think that you have to try and be something different, because, like I've said to my twin so many times in the song, I want something just like this. The song was Superman and Batman with his fists and Spider-Man. I don't see myself upon this list. And she said, I want something just like this. Where do you want to go? What do you want to do? You're who I want, as you are. I don't want a superhero. I don't want a fantasy. I want reality. I just want someone to hold and someone to kiss, just like he said to Jane Fonda. And she had to trust him and believe him. He was trying. She authentically stood before him, and he accepted her for who she was. So you need to be authentically yourself as you are. And if you're not accepted, then they weren't in your highest good. So also, this is about being natural, authentic. This would be about using eco-friendly cleansing products. This is about taking into your body what's friendly as far as natural environment. Detoxify your thoughts, your feelings, but your food, do a detox. Every morning I have my apple cider vinegar, the natural, apple cider vinegar with purified water and chia seeds and lemon, and it's a detox that I drink every single day. So you also might want to enjoy a way of detoxing your body outside. Like I spoke yesterday about baseball games. Is there something that you can do outside that gets you out in the fresh air? A light hike, climbing, or going on a walk through a wooded area where it's fresh, or down by a walk on the beach, or swim in the lake or in the ocean, a canoe ride, whatever it is that's fresh, that gets you outside. Maybe you would join a club where people do that, join a yoga class, join a meditation class, join a walking class, a bird watching class. I'm listening to the birds outside right now. When I was in Sedona and I was climbing around, I came upon an older couple, and they had been with a group. They'd spent 2 days with a bird watching group, and now they were just on their own doing their thing. And there's so many different things like this, but it's about being connected with nature and getting more natural. So fluorite, as far as a crystal, is used for optic lenses. I don't know if people knew that. I didn't know that at the time. And it comes in a lot of different colors, as I showed you. This is one color, this green, but I had like a multicolored one which had purple. A lot of the colors are purple, variations, light purple, dark purple. And so with the colors being purple, though, which you see in the card here, this is to enhance your clairvoyance and your spiritual understanding. Rainbow fluorite, which is mine that broke, and this is rainbow fluorite, this crystal right here. Rainbow fluorite helps you for psychic attacks or trauma that has attacked your faith. So this tonight I'll be sleeping with that, because I've definitely had that energy around me. And look, see now, it's smoked it, it's burned it out. This house has been cleansed and purified. And green fluorite. I don't have, well, there is green in here because this has got the amber, and this has got all the colors in it. So the green fluorite, and I have earrings, I think I'll put those on today, can help with intellectual activities. So, and it helps you support whatever issues you might be having with your skin. So those are the messages from the Fluorite card. Whoops, sorry. I think my little seahorse has a chip. I think it's little tail. Maybe not. I feel like its little tail is chipped, which to me means this little seahorse has definitely got to let go of what it was holding on to. It's time to move so that it can purify and get clean like this again. And maybe it already has. Success is assured. Yay! This one's come up a few times, but we're not going to kick that one out, right? Prayer. No matter how difficult the situation may seem, all is possible. Ask, we are listening. See? And success is assured. My daughter's fine. And for you, the power of prayer is huge. Don't ever be afraid to use your social media and your friends and put out a prayer request. We will answer you. And Spirit absolutely will answer you. There is more power in the power of prayer than you even understand. It also shows Spirit that we're relying upon them, and they come to the aid when we call upon them. Because the issue is this, you guys. Spirit stands ready to help us, but they cannot breach our free will. We have to ask them to step in. Divine intervention, they will bring divine intervention, but we must ask. And they are telling you, success is assured. Ask us. We are listening. Call to us, speak to us. We will come to your aid. We will clear everything up. We will remove any attachments, and we will free you from whatever has attached to you. 1 hour and 11 minutes in, we wrap. So that was our weekly reading, was 1 hour and 11 minutes as well. And whenever I see 1 hour and 11 minutes or the number 111, I always say to you guys, make a wish. Do you know why I say make a wish at 111? Because the 111 brings you the urgent message that your thoughts are manifesting instantly. So keep your mindset focused upon your desires and give any fearful thoughts to Spirit for transmutation. So when you make a wish, you're wishing for what you want. So at that time, if you're seeing the number 111 a lot, your thinking might be out of alignment, and you need to uplift your thoughts. So as soon as you see 111, uplift your thoughts, because recognize the universe is just taking a snapshot of your thoughts and your wishes. Do you like what you are creating? By those thoughts. If not, uplift your thinking right now and ask for help. Ask Spirit. Success will be assured because they are listening. I love you guys. Have a beautiful day.